Yay. Woohoo. Hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to the live. Happy Thursday for those in the future. Hello, Carrie. I'm enjoying our conversation on Insight Timer. Thank you for that. It's nice to get your messages. Hey, Peter, welcome to you. Is that a Kiana? No, it's Sarah. Hello, Sarah. Your symbol looks a lot like my friend Kiana's. Hey, how's it going? How's everybody feeling? Welcome, welcome. I have to set up the music. What kind of music do we want tonight? Let's do Cleanse Your Auric Field. Hello. How's that? Can you guys hear that? Hey, Kelsey. Good to see you. Kelsey the Riveter. How's it going? I don't think I've seen you in a bit. Oh, thanks for the purple heart and the rainbow. That's lovely. Welcome to the readings buffet, where you, the participant, gets to choose what kind of reading you get. Isn't that fun? I love that. I am actually, yeah, it has been a minute, hasn't it? Oh, thank you, Kelsey. Appreciate that. The buffet. I keep wanting to call it smorgasbord, though. I think smorgasbord is a more fun word, quite honestly. But buffet, it's very easy to understand, straightforward. You get to pick and choose. I'm actually in a bit of awe. So I did the buffet the first time this last Saturday, and it was a blast. I hope everybody else had as much fun as I did. I think they did. Hey, Inga, good to see you. Welcome, welcome to the Readings Buffet Wednesday version. So, anyways, I put the video up, the replay on YouTube, and I'm just blown away. In the last few days, it has seen more views than I've had on any video that I've put up as a replay. So the buffet, I must be onto something with the buffet. I don't know, or either that was such a wonderful, powerful session on Saturday that just I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but it's blowing my mind. Yeah, almost 200 views. Normally it takes a while for a video to get for me because I don't have a lot of subscribers, or I guess I'm not part of the algorithm, whatever. But I'm just using it basically as a place to save the replays for you guys. And yeah, normally I get a max of maybe 40-ish, roughly, give or take, more average of 20 to 30. Yeah, so to have almost 190 is like blowing my mind in a good way. The wonderful Wednesday smorgasbord. Yes. Is there a what's the word? A synonym for buffet or smorgasbord that has a W at the beginning? Pick your reading. I can't even remember what I called this one. Yeah. Loving Guidance Buffet. Pick your reading. Whatever. How's everybody? How you been? People haven't seen in a while. What's been going on? How are you? What's new? Who's going to be wanting a reading tonight? We might as well start the list while we're at it. Carrie, I already put you on. Sarah, would love to add you. Sarah. Oh, first time, Sarah. Where are you in from? Congratulations. Welcome to the live. I hope you really enjoy it today. Was I right, Carrie? You were going to want one based on our combo from earlier. Welcome to the first timers. Michigan. Very cool. For anyone who's new to me, my name's Greg Phillips. I'm a spiritual guide. I do energy work, readings, energy healing, sacred energy journeys, channeling, a whole bunch of stuff. And today we're doing readings. So if you're new, if you get called on, I use a spin the wheel app so that the universe decide who gets each next reading, which is super fun. You'll get to hear the clicks and the applause from the app, which is super fun. You get to pick between an energy reading, an oracle card pull, and I have 2 different decks for that, or a channeled message, all of which are super fun. Hey, Laura. Is Linda here? Where's Linda? Or is this a different Linda? Is that? Oh, Linda P, you changed your picture. Purple Linda's no longer Purple Linda? Different Linda. Is it? Oh, maybe. Nothing blooming in the garden. Well, you're blooming, Linda. With that drill, you're blooming tough lady. That was so funny about the drill last week. All right, so who's wanting on the list? I've got Carrie, Sarah. Speak up, my friends. We're going to have some fun tonight. We'll see what develops because we never, ever know. We don't know what people are going to ask. We don't know what kind of readings people are going to choose. And we don't even know what kind of answers they're going to get. Thank you, Carrie. Peter, we're going to add you, of course. Who else? Which background did I use tonight? Oh, yeah, this is like my Skyview apartment background that I really love. And then sometimes I pretend that's my girlfriend in the background. He's here, right there. Hello, Melinda. Guidance is always welcome. Well, sometimes, Inga, you don't have to have a question to get. I mean, guidance, as they said, is always welcome. So does that mean you'd like to be on the list? Yes. There is no such thing as late to my lives. Gloria, welcome. Are you new? Is it a different Gloria? I don't think that's the same Gloria I know. Oh, wonderful. Where are you in from, Gloria? All right, Inga, I added you. Melinda. Ooh, Jamaica. Very cool. Welcome to the live. I hope you enjoy it. My name is Greg Phillips. We're doing energy readings, oracle card readings, and channeled messages. You get to choose if you get selected by the wheel. Very cool. Jamaica must be nice right about now, huh? It's hot here too, believe it or not. I'm in Rochester, New York, and we're in the mid 90s. What are we? Oh no, 89. Pretty hot. Which is I don't remember if that's typical or not. Hello and welcome to anyone just joining. We're just compiling the list for readings tonight. Everybody has a chance because I use a random wheel. I use a spin the wheel app, so everybody has a chance at a reading. And you will get to pick between energy reading, oracle card reading, or a channeled message. Is Kimmy here? Hello. We're going to spin the wheel in just another minute or two while we wait for more names. Anyone else want to get on the list? Please feel free to speak up in the comments. Oh, it feels like a 110. Nasty. Hey, Nancy, good to see you. How you holding up in our heat, my friend? Is it hot in Brockport? You've just been ITing. Yeah, staying inside's good. I have the air running really strongly right now. Oh, wow. I just noticed the birds in my virtual background. Can you see the birds flying outside the window? That is so cool. Here, I'm going to give you guys a full view for a moment. That is so cool. Oh, that reminds me when there are some types of birds. I used to see this when I was living by the ocean in California, up in the San Francisco area. And I'd go on these pre-sunset dusk walks through a national park there, and right near the beach. And there was these one group of birds that, as the sun was setting, they would take to the air and they would just like dance in the air and make lots of noise, and they would just fly. I don't think it was grackles. I don't remember the type of bird. I used to know, this was years ago. And they would just fly and fly and fly around, and they would dip and they would just climb and drop, and just, oh, it was like a incredible dance of nature. And then they would do that and then settle into the reeds near the water, and then they would just settle down and get quiet. And when the sun set, they were like completely still. It was one of the most beautiful things I've ever witnessed. Hey, Messenger. Oh my God, haven't seen you in ages, dear. How are you? Wow. Starlings. Inga, you might be right. Somebody look it up for me. I have too many windows open. Messenger, so good to see you. Where have you been, dear? I haven't seen you in ages. Yeah, birds playing together are like dancing to me. It's really cool. Yay. All right. Last call for the first spin. Who else wants to get on the list? I have Carrie, Sarah, Peta, Inga, Gloria, and Melinda. Almost everybody ends with a Carrie is the only one who doesn't end with a Kimmy. Now we have another one who doesn't end with an You're gonna sit this one out, Linda. Okay, cool. Anybody else? You can always add your name to the list as we go along. Hey, Linda with a Y. Good to see you. You made it. Yay. Welcome, other Linda. We had 3 Lindas the other day, didn't we? Linda Purple Linda, Linda Flower Linda. Didn't we have like 3 Lindas? That was crazy. I think Linda with a Y was here too. All right, spinning the wheel. Here we go. Oh, there's the other Linda. We have 3 Lindas. Can you guys hear the sound of the wheel? Yeah, I can never have too many Lindas. Did everyone hear the sound of the wheel okay? Oh, you're plotting. Okay, good. I keep forgetting what original setting I had at it. I'll try it 90. All right, Inga, you're up there. You are the first winner of the Wheel of Good Guidance and the claps. Woohoo! You're at the gym. Very cool. You can listen to readings while you're working out, right? All right, Inga, how can I be of assistance today? What guidance do you seek? I'm excited to see what comes out of people's readings today. Oh, and what kind of reading do you want? Energy, oracle card, or channel? Oops, I gotta switch back to the video feed. There we go. Only 2 more days from tonight. 48 hours from tonight. I'm hopping the train to Utah. I can't wait. It's half half of me is like just trying to do what I can on a daily basis, which isn't a lot right now, and then the other half is can't wait to get on the train. Yeah, me too. Utah is amazing. All right, Inga, what are you saying? No question, but can use some, and you want an energy reading. Okay. Is that what you're saying, Inga? Energy reading? Yes, please. All right. Very good. So tell me, my friend, is there a particular area of the body, head, heart, belly, legs, some anywhere that you are intuitively wanting me to focus on to start? Or shall I just check it out? Yeah, I think my buddy lives next to a park that has a mountain in it. So hopefully I'll have lots of new things. Check it out. Okay, let's see what we got. Hmm. Your crown chakra is very, very open, Inga. Wow, it is really, really shining. That is lovely to see and to feel. There is a huge, bright, shining light coming out of it. Hmm. You have a lot of wonderful space in your heart, too. There's a lot of love there, but there's also a lot of room for more love, if that makes any sense. Mm, it's really sweet to see. There's like it's not, I'm not seeing any colors or shapes necessarily in your heart space, but I'm getting kind of, as I've said many times in past lives, right? The heart has the capacity to hold seemingly contrasting qualities at the same time. So the heart can be feeling both empty and full, right? And so I'm getting an energy in your heart, kind of a fullness and an emptiness at the same time. Emptiness, the kind of emptiness is sort of a quality of, it's kind of empty slash open. Um, and it's very, for some reason, it's really making me think of the yin yang symbol, right? Because how the black and the white sort of cup each other and then have those small circles that's in the larger areas, where the aspect of the other is present in the opposite, right? So that's kind of what I'm feeling in your heart, but I'm really fascinated by your crown chakra right now. How are you feeling? How are you doing or feeling lately with your spiritual connection, Inga? Where is your connection to the divine lately? Let's put it that way. Okay. Now, when you use the word growing, you're learning. Okay, cool. Hmm. Picture, if you will, my friend, just picture that you have a circle at the top of your head, an opening, if you will. And you basically, through your thoughts and through your focus, you have control over the size and the diameter of that opening. And I just want you to play with that for a smidge. Just exercise that connective muscle. And anybody else could do that, can, basically play along with this little exercise that I'm going to have Inga do. If you're wanting to, um, make a stronger connection to your control over that and just exercise that spiritual muscle of opening up to the divine. So all you need to do, Inga, is just basically picture it as though it's like a small gateway, right? Or maybe whatever size it initially is, right? And practice opening it really wide. This is with your mind, right? And so if you're not a visual type person when you guys are doing this, because I know some of you actually don't see things, you're more feeling like Melinda, and that's totally 100% awesomely cool and fine. So just practice with the feeling of focusing your mind on the top of your crown, right? And pretending that there's an opening there that you have control over, right? And it never fully closes. You can never shrink it all the way down to a dot. It'll always be a circle with an opening. And just practice. So just breathe in and open it. Breathe in and open it a little more. Breathe in and open it a little more. And it just feel as it grows bigger and bigger. And there's not necessarily any physical sensation, but imagine or feel into as though you were allowing more light from above to stream into your body through the top of your head. Now, breathe in a little bit more and put it out as big as you can make it. And for some of you, it may actually grow larger than the diameter of your head, which is fine, but you can also just keep it the size of your head, whatever you want. And now I want you to use your mind to focus on closing it. And so you're just shrinking the circle a little bit with each breath. And as you do that, I want you to feel into or picture the lessening of allowing the light in. You're cutting off the amount of light, the amount of energy, the amount of warmth, however you're feeling and sensing it, you're cutting it off. Now you can cut that off quickly and shrink it all the way down to a circle, a small little circle, or you can cut it off slowly. I just want you to really feel into the quality of this. And then as you've shrunken it down, shrink it down as far as you can. Remember, it cannot be a dot. It will always maintain the shape of a circle. So shrink it down to the smallest you can and just feel how very little light. It's a trickle of light and energy, only a trickle of divine love and divine insight coming in through that hole. You still have the connection, but feel how weak and loose and almost flimsy that connection is. And then see how you respond to that. What does it feel like, right? Is it enjoyable? Is it comfortable? Do you feel like you're almost unplugged from the divine, right? You're not ever 100% unplugged. And then just begin to open it again, allowing more light and love and warmth to come in through the top of your head. Beautiful. And you could do this, you could play this game, you could do this exercise, exercising this spiritual muscle of connection to the divine. You could do this at any time. Messenger could do it while she's working out right now. Hopefully she's tried. Yes, tingling and warmth. You get more if you really, when you really have tapped into it, because everybody's point in time and what they're available and allowing at any point in time changes. That's just the nature of who we are as humans, live in a spiritual existence, right? But as you consciously play this exercise, as you exercise this muscle, this is like a diaphragm, like like a valve that opens and closes, allowing the flow in, right? You can actually feel the tingling and warmth of it, you know, when you tap into it. So Inga, when you find your mind getting really busy, my dear, stop for a moment, check in with your crown chakra, and see what size that hole is. See whether you have spent so much time in your head that day or that hour, whatever it is, that you've actually shrunken the hole, because that's what does it. It's dependent on what we're focusing on. And then you can stop for a moment and play this little game and do this little exercise and then expand the gateway and then feeling the tingling and reconnecting with the divine. Hey, Gary, is that good, Inga? Is that a fun little tool or a game that you can play? I really like this for you for some reason. What I think this will do is will help you establish that connection between the divine, regardless of whether you see the divine as outside of yourself or inside of self. This imagery works either way. And then really making that connection with all the love and all the space available for more love that's in your heart. Does that resonate with you? What's going on, Inga? Yes, you're welcome. You see and feel it. Lovely. I love that for you. Congratulations. You are learning how to tap into source more powerfully, which is huge. I love that for you. All right. Anyone else want to get on the list before I spin again? Oh, good, Carrie. I'm glad you like that. Yeah. I firmly believe that the more we become conscious of this, right? And again, it's not about whether you think the divine is outside of your body or inside of your body. This chakra, the crown chakra, is associated with our connection to source, with our spiritual connection, our connection to the divine. So when we play this game, we are consciously, deliberately, what's the right word? Consciously and deliberately controlling. I hate to use the word controlling, but and manipulating, I don't like that either. Managing. We're consciously and deliberately managing how much how big our connection with source is. It's like a portal. Exactly. I love it. Cool. Anyone else want to get on the list before I spin? Okay, here we go. And it is most definitely PETA. You're next. Did Carrie call you butter? Oh, that's funny. So cute. You knew it. See, PETA's practicing her connection to the source. Either that or we're psychic friends network. PETA, how can I be of assistance to you today? What guidance do you seek, my friend? And what kind of reading do you want? Energy, oracle card, or channeled? You want channeled. Okay. What's your question, my dear? Thank you to everybody for being here today. It's so nice to have you with us on a Wednesday. I am heading to Utah on Friday, so there'll be no Saturday live because I will literally be in the train. But you might see me attend some people's lives because there's Wi-Fi on the train, which is so fun. And then I settle in Sunday night, and hopefully I'll be able to start lives again next Wednesday. Although I'll be in Mountain Time, so I have to kind of figure out when the best time for that will be for me. Yeah, not really have a question today, but guidance, maybe about agitation in relationships. Yeah, sure enough. Okay. Linda, I mean, moving, yeah, well, sort of. I'm going to stay with friends in Utah for 3 months while I look for an online remote job, which will fund and finance my move to the Canary Islands. So eventually I will literally be moving. But the funny thing is, I wish I could show you guys. Maybe I can show you. I'd have to move the camera. Okay. Sorry if this makes anybody dizzy. Will this work? Let's see if this works. No, that won't work. Virtual background prevents it. Anyways, I really only have 2 bags, Linda. So can you call that moving? I can't really call that moving. It's not like I'm moving anything. I have a suitcase and a backpack with my laptop in it. So, yes. All right, Peter, here we go, my dear. Oh, thanks, Linda. Yeah, it's been wild. The first 2 weeks, did you hear that Marty died May 13th? So she died May 13th, and then I was in for like yeah, so Marty died the morning of May 13th, peaceful as can be, so calm. Um I mean, she literally, when I saw her, it was 6 a.m. when the health aide came and got me. Um when I went up and I saw her, it looked like she had kind of let her head droop and fell into a sweet nap. And I was so glad that she passed peacefully and didn't have any struggle or any suffering. Yeah. So it's been a whirlwind since then. I thought I would have a couple months here at the house still, but come to find out that our market in the area is so crazy that the family needs to list the house before August. And so then things just started to accelerate, and the business has been fine, although it's Marty's cancer and my fear and then her death and everything. May and April and March and even February a bit, I was just way off my game. So my business wasn't doing super well, and it's not at a point yet where it can fund, an international move. So I decided I've got to get an online job. And then my buddy in Iowa invited me to come stay with him, but his mom took terminally ill. So she's with him in the room I was going to stay in. So my buddy in Utah stepped up and his wife agreed, and I'm going to stay with them, which astrologically, it ends up that the energy of my astrology in Utah is way better for me than it would have been in Iowa, and magnitude's even better than it is right now in Rochester. And so I'm actually really excited. Just to get out there and to be in a whole different environment and a different energy. Anyways, PETA needs a reading. Yes, she did move forward. She cashed in her golden ticket and went to the great beyond. Thank you, Gloria. Yes. So the grief lasted about 2 or 3 weeks. We'll see what happens when I step on the train Friday night. Yes, I'm stopping in Chicago for a layover. That's it. All right. So PETA's up. My apologies, PETA. Now I'll get to your reading. So we're gonna do chat. Cosmic Crew, yay. All right, agitation in relationships. Let me see what that's about. All right, Peter, just relax, my dear. Between Peter's reading and the next reading, I'll fill you in some more, Linda, if you want. But thank you for asking. I appreciate that. Guides and counsels 7, please open me to a message for Peter. You have a message from Siri, Peter. Guides and counsels 7, please open me. A lot of energy is coming through, Peter. There's so I'm getting 2 images coming through, Peter, for you. So I'm seeing kind of a whirlwind, which I'm gonna just guess that is symbolizing the agitation, that energy. But I wouldn't call it agitated energy. It's just swirly. So I'm getting this sense from that there's something going on that you believe or feel is easy for you to get caught up in, kind of like how you could get picked up by a whirlwind. Okay. So the other image that came through was a surfer dude on his board surfing. Okay. And he's got the most colorful shorts and just he's in the zone, right? So like when a surfer is really part of the wave, right? And they're just it's amazing to watch them, right? And they're basically they're being one with the wave. They're letting go. And the fascinating thing about this is when you think about what surfers have to do, right? So they paddle out on their boards to a spot, I guess, an advantageous spot where they then wait for waves. They literally wait for waves. They wait for the energy of a wave to come through the water, and then they get in position so that then they can ride it, right? And so in order to ride it, they can't push their way through it. They can't force their way through it. They literally have to allow it to carry the board, and all they're doing is making sure that they stay up. They're shredding. Is that what it's called? Yeah. So they're shredding. Yeah. So I do think it's apt. So a couple things with this. Let me see if they have anything more. Yeah, they're still just showing me these 2 images. So the first, a whirlwind, right? You have an opportunity to look at this whirlwind, whatever this topic in relationships might be that you get swept up in, right? You have options. You have different perspectives of this, right? You could be standing separate from the whirlwind and you could be looking at it and going, wow, danger, 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 right? Or you could look at it and be like, look how beautifully the wind has organized itself temporarily. So beautifully that I actually can see it, right? And what's the truth of a whirlwind or even a tornado? There's always a calm in the center, right? And as we've done many times in journeys in the past, you can jump in and let go and allow the whirlwind to carry you, or you can have it sweep you up and you can try and swim through it and fight it, right? And that's where the surfer comes in. So, one sec. They're encouraging you to surf the swept upness. Does that make any sense? Because yes, sort of. Yeah, I mean it doesn't feel like a complete thought for me. Let me see if they have anything else. Okay. Yes. Okay. So what they're saying is the agitation is coming from your resistance to the whirlwind. So seeing the whirlwind in a different light. I'm not sure what light that would be yet, But instead of seeing it as, oh shit, here it goes again. Oh my God, I gotta get out of this. Oh, it's crazy, it's confusing, but whatever, right? It's like, oh, here it goes again. Ooh, okay, let's surf this. Ooh, let's surf this. Let's surf this. Let's surf. Let's surf. Oh, I'm surfing. Ooh, I'm surfing. I'm surfing. I'm surfing this chaos. Wow. Okay, I'm actually surfing it. I'm still on my surfboard. Oh, I fell off. Oh, okay. No judgment. Big deal. What do you do as a surfer, right? You've done your shredding, or the wave died. You pedal back out and you be, right? Or if you're just riding it one time, you ride the wave as far as you can, and then the wave basically peters out, it dissipates, right? And then you paddle into shore. You go have a Mai Tai or sit on the beach or whatever you want, right? So it's a question of your perspective as you're going through, and the agitation is coming from the resistance, but you always have the option to surf that wave and shred the whirlwind, okay? And play with it. Yeah, I've always wanted to learn how to surf too. But it's the challenge in this, and for you, isn't that you can't do it. I firmly believe that you can ride this wind. The challenge is that resistance piece and seeing it as a bad thing, right? Yeah. Like a lead guitarist. I didn't know shredding was a guitarist term. Yeah. Shedding or shredding? It's shredding, I think. But shedding works too. So shedding the beliefs that getting caught up in the whirlwind is a bad thing. You're gonna when you're caught up in the whirlwind, PETA, and you're struggling against it and you're resisting it, you're gonna stay in it because you're fighting against the current. But if you allow, if you let go, if you surrender, and if you allow, and maybe not at first, you can't have a playful, curious attitude about it, but you can have a let go. You can have a surrendered and an allowing perspective at first. And what's going to happen then is the wind's going to carry you, naturally dumping you out or dropping you off where you need to be. So I think you'll find that agitation lessens. I hope you'll find that the agitation lessens. And even if it is present, you'll just be like, I'm going to surf the agitation. I'm just going to surf. I'm going to shred the agitation and trust that this energy of this whirlwind will drop me off where I need to be, just like the waves of a surfer. Does that make any sense? Hang 10 and ride that wave, PETA. I love it, Kimmy. Yes, absolutely. Okay, very good. Wonderful, PETA. All right, let's see who's next. Anyone else want to get on the list? Yes, to sort of finish my story, Linda, I'm going to Utah for 3 months. And oh, good. I'm glad, PETA. That was really fun to watch that and to feel all that. And then hopefully soon I'm going to get an online job, since the business is doing well, but not enough to pay for the move to the Canaries. And then in the fall, life, myself, and God willing, I'm going for my dream and moving to the Canaries. So that's the rest of the answer, Linda. All right. Anyone else want to get on the list for a reading? Before I spin again, I don't know why I'm snapping a lot today, and I'm doing lots of thumbs up. It's good. I feel it too, Carrie. Yeah, I have some doubts lately. Just because I'm in what am I? I'm in limbo. I'm feeling impatient. Interesting. I'm feeling impatient, but I'm also feeling excited and positive expectation. And as my friend Jenny said, we're theorizing that when I get in this new energy and get and leave where I've been for 12 years, where it's been familiar, where it's been easy, where it's been comfortable, too comfortable, then I'm going to feel some shifts and some new energy. So that'll be really cool. All right, spinning the wheel again. Can't wait to make it to the Canaries and start a live stream there and then show you guys the island. That's going to be so much fun. You're welcome, Linda. Kimmy, you're up. Hey, Monica, my dear dragon friend. How lovely to see you, as always. Kimmy's up. Kimmy, my friend. What is your, oh, yes, you. What is your question and what kind of reading would you like? Would you like an energy reading, an oracle card pull, or a channeled message? Kimmy. And by the way, Kimmy, I always appreciate your messages in Insight Timer to me. So thank you for that, dear. It's always nice to receive them. I don't always respond right away, so I apologize for that, but they are lovely. All right, what kind of assistance does Kimmy need today? The star pack, yes, star seeds. This one. Rebecca Campbell's Star Seed Oracle. That's the one you want? Yes, let's do it. Ooh, this feels like it's gonna be good, Kimmy. I love this. Where's the box go? Rebecca Campbell. Okay, here we go. Let's see what we got. We are star seeds, Kimmy, aren't we? Energy flow. Thank you, Peter. I so appreciate that. Ooh, cards are falling all over the place. What is that? Is that your card, Kimmy? That might be your card. I don't know. That's maybe you get two cards. Linda, thank you so much for your donation. Guys, I really, really appreciate your donations. I love it when you guys follow me. I love it when you join our group called Circle of Love. It's fun things. It's fun ways to connect. And you know I mean, it is really fun to see the donations come in, and it means so much to me. And I was thinking about it on my walk earlier this week. Why does it touch my heart so much, right? And we talk about energetic exchange and everything, but I don't know. Energetic exchange definitely makes sense, but I always feel sort of like I do this and you do that in exchange. Okay, cool. It's not all that different than paying for something. But that's when I realized the energy of a donation is like a celebration. It's like you're saying, well, it's like saying I love you, sort of, but it's like saying I celebrate my abundance by sharing it with you. I celebrate you sharing your gift by sharing my abundance with you. And so it's like celebrating the true essence of abundance for all of us, for the whole world, the flow and the cycle of it. And so I feel like every little donation is a celebration. Just like when you guys have a new awareness or insight, either from, that I get to witness in another live with you, or that I get to help you with from a reading. I love celebrating your ahas. So yay. Thank you for celebrating energy and life and the divine and abundance. All right. One more card for you, Kimmy. One sort of flipped out and it was called Star Keeper. It just sort of flipped while I was shuffling like that. I love this deck. It is such an amazing energy. All right, Kimmy. So your first card is Star Keeper. Cosmic Ancestors, seed the light by staying grounded. Wow, that relates to what we've been sharing back and forth through direct messages, isn't it? Take a look at this, Kimmy. We've had this one before. Just soak that in. Star Keeper. Cosmic ancestor. You are such a cosmic ancestor. Seed the light by staying grounded. Seed the light by staying grounded. Yes. What grounds you, Kimmy? Sitting on your porch, dancing, singing. What grounds you, my friend? What grounds you? Oh my God, you're going to love this second card. You're going to love this second card, Kimmy. Hello, Thomas. Good to see you. You're going to love this second card. Oh my God, I love this second card. So I hope you love the second. The second card is called Your Life is a Canvas. Sorry for your life is a canvas. Your life is a canvas, and it says artist, manifestation, creative accountability. Yes. So here you are, my dear. You are a cosmic ancestor and an artist. You are being called to seed the light by staying grounded. Seed the light. Think about it. What do we seed the light? So when we have a seed, right, we create a space for it in the garden, right? So we dig a hole, we dig whatever, we have our trowel or whatever the device, or little shovel or whatever, and then we place a seed in, and then we cover it up and we water the spot. Seed the light. Imagine that you are actually digging a spot, grounding. You're digging a spot to seed a beautiful, highly concentrated ball of light energy, and you're seeding it. And in order to really seed that light in your very soul, the cosmic energy, you have to stay grounded. That's what this card is saying to me. But this second card, your life is a canvas, really speaks to me. Artist, manifestation, creative accountability. Now, that's a fascinating phrase. Creative. Let me see if I can get this in view. Can you see this, Kimmy? Someday I'm going to have a second camera where I can just put the cards under it. And it'll look right down at the card. Okay, you can see it. So what I'm seeing is there's this woman standing on the top of a mountain or ridge, and the sky is full of crystal-shaped clouds. I think I see some faces in there too, and they're just looking out over the entire landscape. Your life is a canvas. Creative accountability. That is powerful. Oh, okay. So I'm getting a little bit more here. Creative accountability is, I don't know how the book is going to talk about it. I'm not going to read it, but we could read it later maybe if you want. But what I'm feeling, the energy that I'm sensing from creative accountability is taking responsibility, not in a blame way, or not in a burdensome or a obligatory way, but in a ownership, in a sovereignty, in an ownership way, taking ownership for what you create in the canvas of your life. Yeah, it's definitely double layer card, Inga. I think you're right. So yeah, creative accountability, because it's paired with the word manifestation. Artist, so it's your life is a canvas. Artist, manifestation, creative accountability, claiming ownership for what you manifest in your life. I mean, that's huge for all of us. Just let that sink in for a minute, everybody. I claim ownership for my life as a canvas. Just repeat it a couple times. I claim ownership of my life as a canvas, as a creative canvas. I claim ownership of what I manifest in the canvas of my life. I claim ownership for what I manifest in the canvas of my life. I claim ownership for what I manifest in the canvas of my life. I claim ownership for what I manifest in the canvas of my life. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. And so, my God, it is so true. Yes. Awesome. I claim ownership for what I manifest in the canvas of my life. I think that's the title of the YouTube replay video. I claim ownership for what I manifest in the, or should it be in or on the canvas? On the canvas of my life. In the canvas that is my life? Whatever. I'll figure that out. Kimmy, awesome reading. How do you feel, dear? Hey, Marjorie, welcome to you. That was so awesome. I'm like, I have to keep this card out. It's lovely. Just lovely. Thank you, Kimmy, for that message that was truly true for all of us today. Oh, yes. Blown away. Absolutely. Are you complete, dear? Can I move on to the next person? That's a great message for all of us. I claim ownership for what I manifest in the canvas of my life. Holy smokes. Oh, woo. That's powerful. All right. Does anyone else wish to get on the list for a reading before I spin the wheel again? If you've come in late, anybody has a chance here in my lives to get chosen because we use our beautiful Spin the Wheel app. Yes, soul. Happy to add you. And the app allows allows the universe to decide who gets to go next. God, I love that. I claim ownership for what I manifest in the canvas of my life. Hey, Joanne. Good to see you. How are you, dear? Yes, so many beautiful souls today. Hi, Austin. Welcome to you. Anyone else want to get on the list before I spin the wheel? Before we hear those beautiful clicks and the wonderful applause. Okay, clicking, spinning. Ooh, incumbent Mike watching. Wow, that sounds great. This is sign language for applause or cheering. All right, Melinda, you're up. Melinda, are you still here? Melinda, dear, are you still here? Yay, Kimmy, that was a great reading. Thomas, how are you? Thomas, how have you been feeling since Saturday when we transformed that hatchet into when you transformed that hatchet into a healing tool? I'm really been curious. Did we lose Melinda? Oh no, Melinda. Knock knock, Melinda. Somebody poke Melinda. Are you here, dear? Oh, fascinating. So you've created a bit of an opening then to explore this stuff. I think Melinda's still here. We'll give her a minute. Oh, you see her? Okay, thanks, Nancy. Maybe she stepped away to go potty. Trying to see that they don't show me all the pictures as they scroll by. We will wait a moment. So I have an idea. How would you guys like it if once a month I do a Q&A live? You could just ask me anything. You could just ask Greg. You could just ask me about me, my story, my history, any experience I've had. You can ask any question, really. It's not so much about a guidance thing, but you can ask about anything, and I will just speak and share with you guys. So I was thinking that'd be really fun once a month. Sword of Damocles. Hey, Christine. Damocles. You'd like that, Joanne? All right, super cool. I mean, it could really honestly be about anything, but you guys get to pick because you just ask me. Yeah, cool. So we'll do that. I'm trying to come up with other things. Yes, I'm more than happy to tell you my story about how I started spiritually. I've been meditating for, God, I just turned 60, so what would that be? 36 years. I've been meditating for more than half my life. Holy crap. That's crazy. Wow. Yeah. Don't look a day over 40, people say, but whatever. I think I'm going to get younger when I leave here because after living with all these older people, I don't know. We still need Melinda. Where are you, dear? There you go. Melinda, you got called on. Are you able to, do you want to do that while you're driving or do you want me to come back to you? I want you to be safe. You let me know. We can do someone else's reading and then come back to you if you want. It's up to you. Just a suggestion. What do you want? Do you want to drive and have a reading? I wonder what that would be. Anyone never done that? I wonder how, I don't know what that's like. All right. My intuition says we shouldn't do it while you're in the car, but this is your decision. So everybody keep me honest, and we're going to do Melinda at the end. A reading to go. Yeah. Would you like fries with that reading? Fries in a smoothie? Or what do they call it? A shake? Okay. Does anyone else want to get on the list before I click again? We've got Carrie, Sol, Sarah, Joanne, and Gloria still. So we have plenty of room, my friends. Plenty of room. And we have plenty of time. We haven't even been at this an hour. Thank you, Carrie. I'm a goofball. Carrie, did you read my note about projectors? Oh, Melinda, we should go now then. You're going to be in an appointment. What time's your appointment, Melinda? I don't, yeah, that'd be hard if you were in an appointment. All right, we'll do Melinda's reading. And that way we'll wait. No, we'll go now. If you can do it, you have to tell me. This is not up to me. This is purely up to you. We all want you to be safe because we care about you. But if you want to do a reading while you're driving, we can do it. And what's your question or topic? And what kind of reading do you want? Energy, card pull, or channeled? What was the other thing, Carrie, I was going to tell you? I have a friend you might want to check out. I took an amazing course from her last year. Her name is Sarah Salty, and she teaches about complex creators and how we're all complex creators, and that it helped me step out of thinking about my creativity from the specifics of a particular type of art, and it really opened my mind to different creative archetypes. You want to do an IOU? I love it. All right. Everybody keep me honest. I owe Linda a reading. Traffic is bad. Yeah. Okay. That's good. Okay. So anyways, this course was amazing. It was a course about complex creativity, and we were learning about different, yes, please be safe, Melinda. Drive safe and have a good appointment. We were learning about all these different archetypes, right? Check this out. Mystic is a creative archetype. Healer, teacher, investigator, systematizer, adventurer, play artist, which I'd never really even heard of, but just somebody who just plays at life. That was, guess what? That was one of my strong ones. Yeah, there was just a bunch of other things. And I ended up having two main groups, and I called them Feelster because it was all about spirituality, emotions, mysticism, all that stuff, and Funster, which is about storytelling. Storyteller was another archetype. Storytelling, adventuring, investigating things, exploring life. So I'm a Feelster and a Funster. So I'm a goofball and I'm a deep feeling person. Anyways, let's get ready for the wheel. Friends, does anyone else want to get on the wheel? Yes, Thomas. Yeah, so Carrie, that I really, in our conversation, and I didn't get to write it because it's hard to explain in text, but yeah, I have to send you a link to Sarah. Or she follows me on Instagram. Check her out. It's really cool stuff. Linda, you want to get on? Okay, dear, no problem. Which Linda are you? Which Linda did we? Oh, wait, that's our Linda P. Okay, good. You changed your picture. That's fun. Okay, spinning away. The lucky winner from the Wheel of Good Guidance is Soul. Are you still here, Soul? The sun. The sun is going to get a reading today. Hey, congrats, Soul. You are getting a reading. What is your question? And do you want energy reading, oracle card pull, or channeled message? A question about work. Okay. Go ahead and tell a little bit more about it. Say what's on your mind. The more clarity, I realize clarity can be hard, but the more specific you can be, the more clear you can be in your question asking with any reading, whether it's me or anybody else, but particularly with me, it makes it easier for me to kind of hone in how it will unfold. Okay. Are we talking about current work situation, current job, or are you job searching, looking for one? I can't do anything predictive, but I can look at the energy of it. Current company. Okay. And is there a concern of some sort? Your company. Oh, this is more than work. Yeah. This is ownership and everything. Okay. That's a different energy. You're tired of it. Interesting. That reminds me of when I hit burnout in 2008. And that was the beginning of my losing everything. And it really was a godsend to lose everything. But as I was losing everything and thinking about the burnout, I reached this point. I was doing tech consulting, and every time I finish a gig or a project or a contract, I would wake up the next Monday and I would ask myself, what do I want to do next? And I would know, and then I would contact all my recruiters, and then within 2 days to 2 weeks, they'd go off and find me a new project, a new contract. Well, in October, I don't remember what date, but October 2008, I woke up after I finished this one gig, and I asked myself that question on a Monday morning, and no answer came. All I knew was I didn't want to keep doing what I was doing. At that time, I thought that meant I didn't want to keep doing the work that I was doing. But later, as I lost everything and began to transform through my experience of losing everything, I realized that when I said to myself, I didn't want to keep doing this, it was how do I describe it? I had too many balls. I was juggling too many balls to try and keep myself afloat financially. And so I was burning out from the way that I was doing everything, not necessarily the specific work. So I don't know if that's relevant, but let me check. So what kind of reading do you want? Energy, oracle card, or a channeled message? Hi, Nina. Thank you. Yes, Nina says soul not in alignment anymore. Let go, be open to welcome and possibilities. It's quite possible that, yes, absolutely. Joanne says we had okay, energy reading. Cool. Joanne says we had a family business in the family for 68 years and struggled to give it up and shut it down, but we just had to. It was draining us mentally and physically, and we haven't looked back. It happens sometimes. And sometimes we're out of alignment with something simply because of the way we're looking at it. Hi, Nina. So good to see you. Yeah, so let's check. All right, so just relax. Just sit back and relax, gentle breathing. I'm getting a really strong rebellious energy. It has this feeling of rebel And whenever I feel this energy, I always see the American Sign Language sign for rebel. So it's they make a fist and they go like this. Make a fist, they hold it up like this, straight arm in front of them, and they go like that. And it's like it has a power to it, but it's also it really feels like rebellion. They're like, like knocking something away. Um, yes, you definitely have an energy of pushing away or rebelling against something. This is not a grounded rebellion, though. This energy feels like it is very reactive. So, what I mean by that is in any occurrence, in any happening or event or situation or decision in our life, we have a choice of how we respond to that. We can proactively respond or we can reactively respond, right? And so reactively is usually, it's very similar to what was going on with the whirlwind with PETA earlier. We get caught up in something and then we're just basically reacting to it instead of deliberately stopping and making a choice of how we want to respond to it. So I get this is a very reactive energy, pushing against, rebelling against. You've either see which one to try on this, like you're trying on a hat or a pair of shoes or a new shirt. So you either really don't want this anymore, or you just think the whole thing, what's the word? You just think the whole thing's a cluster. Which one feels right? In your heart of hearts, soul, you really don't want this anymore. Or are you burning out because everything's a cluster? By cluster, I mean a cluster and then the F word. I have a, yeah. Okay. So step back for a second. I don't want it anymore, but it's a family biz. That but, mm, okay, I'm going to recommend a cord cutting because here's the thing. When you make a statement like that, Soul, 100% absolutely valid, nothing wrong with your statement. But what I want to do is I want you to become the witness and the observer. Be curious about how you, right. So well, mm, it's obligation, but just stay with that one sentence. I don't want it anymore. Just say this out loud to yourself. Out loud, though. Use your voice. I don't want it anymore, but it's a family biz. There's two different topics in that, right? And the but is what's connecting them. I want you to feel into the but. That's my invitation. That's my encouragement. Feel into the but, because if you if you truly don't want it anymore, there is no scenario conditions. I mean, when you're aligned with that not wanting, there's truly no scenario conditions, situations, stipulations, obligations that can keep that desire down. But the use of the word but, it's kind of like saying, I want to dance like nobody's watching, but everybody's watching. Does this make sense? Let me drill down a little bit more. This but is what is, see, because it's really two different things. It's not a but. I don't want it anymore. That's one topic. I don't want it anymore. Set that over here. I don't want it anymore. 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 That's fine. And it's a family business. They're really emotionally, they may not feel mutually exclusive, but in terms of topics of focus, they are separate and you're tying them with the but. But when you change the but to an and, you actually can separate them. You can put one over here, I don't want anymore, and it's a family business. So can you do that with me? Let's do that. I don't know if this makes sense. You got to let me know if it makes sense. It's making sense to me so far, but we've got more to do with this. Because what's happening is the butt is entangling you energetically in two different focuses. And we're trying to disentangle you. We're trying to disentangle you, soul, so that you do not have to feel like you are rebelling, but that you can feel similar to how we were talking about not resisting the whirlwind to Pita. So in this case, I'm feeling a stream for you. So instead of having to fight your way upstream, you can surrender and come into alignment with what you're really wanting. That is absolutely fine. I'm picking up on the energy in it. Oh, fantastic. What's the word? Obrigado. Is that thank you? Obrigado. Yes, Brazil. I love Brazilian people. So much fun. Okay. So follow along with me as best you can then, okay? Because we're just going to do this quick. It's kind of word and energy at the same time. So I want you to close your eyes, place your left hand on your heart, okay? And just keep your right hand in front of you, open, palm facing up, all right? And just make sure it's relaxed. Rest it on wherever you're sitting, whatever you need to, wherever you need to rest it. Just make sure it's comfortable and relaxed, and make sure your left hand is really soft and tender on your heart. Now we're just going to play with these two different phrases, keeping them separate. And I want you to just listen in to your heart space. And what you're listening for is how your heart responds when I say the different phrases, okay? Excuse me. And say these out loud with me. Just follow me. I don't want it anymore. What feelings come up when you say, I don't want it anymore? Just keep repeating that phrase. I don't want it anymore. I don't want it anymore. Is there any relief, any relaxation? Is there sadness? Is there joy? Is there expectation? What are you feeling? Peace. I don't want it anymore. I'm feeling the peace of not wanting it anymore. I don't want it anymore. Every time we identify something that we don't want, my friends, we are immediately sending off a message to source for what it is we truly desire. Now, we may not have gained clarity on what it is we desire, but in the moment of not wanting something, we are wanting something else. It is two sides of this exact same coin. So we're feeling peace, soul. We're feeling peace and relief by just focusing on, I don't want it anymore. Okay. So mentally envision we've said that. Maybe we've been saying it into a container and it's filled up with the phrase, I don't want it anymore. Picture like it's a cartoon, like there's a bunch of lines of words and it just says, I don't want it anymore. And we've just put them in a bucket and we're just going to move the bucket off to the side. Okay. Just pick that up mentally. Visualize picking it up. It's full of the phrase, I don't want it anymore. And very lovingly place it down on the side. And then we're going to grab an empty bucket from the other side and we're going to place it in front of us. And once again, place your left hand on your heart. Keep your right hand palm upward, resting in front of you. And then repeat after me. It's a family business. It's a family business. It's a family business. It's a family business. And what does the heart respond with? How is the heart feeling when you say, it's a family business? It's a family business. So heavy. It's a family business. Feel that heaviness, my friend. Try to dig into it a little bit more deeply. What's the quality of the heaviness? Is it slow and sluggish, or is it weighty? Is there any movement at all? Is it dead weight? Is there any sadness, discouragement, depression, fear, anger? Unbearable. Yes, that's okay. Got it. The rebellious energy that I was feeling from earlier is attempting to throw off the burden. But here's the thing, you can't fight a burden, because on some level, at some point, you made a decision, consciously or unconsciously, you made a decision to engage with this, and it has now become a burden for you. And every day that you show up for it, when you're not whining it, you are continuing to decide to take on that burden, which is why it feels so heavy. Yeah, it's nothing to do with you personally. Absolutely. Absolutely. So just take a moment, soul. Picture all the phrases, it's a family business, that we put in the bucket. Okay, that fresh, empty bucket that we put in front of you. And just pick that bucket up for me. Why I'm so, there's almost this energy of, there's something you're not saying to someone. That must be why my throat is getting all gargly. Yeah. Excuse me. You're not saying something. There's something you're not saying to someone. Okay, hold on to that thought for a second. I want you to pick up this bucket, and in your mind's eye, just visualize grabbing a large pillowcase, okay? And just dump the bucket into the pillowcase and just watch those phrases. This is a family business. Just watch them all dump into the pillowcase, okay? Put the bucket aside, and then, bunch up the opening to close it off and throw that over your shoulder. And just feel the weight of that on your right shoulder. This is a family business. Just feel how it physically weighs you down as you picture this sack of the phrase, this is a family business, and it's right on your shoulder. So just picture you're holding that over your shoulder with both hands, and then stop for a moment. Wait a second. Stop and say, hold on here. I claim ownership of the manifestations that I create in the canvas of my life. I have the power of choice. I have the power of choice. And suddenly you realize that you can choose what you want to do with this sack over your shoulder. You can leave it there for now. You can lift it off your shoulder and place it down. You could bring it over and stick it in a garbage bin. You could bring it over to a bonfire and throw it in the bonfire and burn it away. You have choices. You have the power of choice. And when we have the power of choice and exercise the power of choice, we are claiming our personal power back. We're taking our personal power back. So see, when you separate, yes, choice, of course, Kimmy says. Exactly. When you separate the phrases and check the individual focus, and then check what your heart is saying. Your heart is the portal to the divine. When your heart is responding to, I don't want it anymore, and feeling relief and feeling peace, that is the sign that the focusing on that thought is closer to alignment with the way Source is looking at it. And then when you look at this other thought, it's a family business, and you feel that burden, and you feel the heaviness, you feel the weightiness. I'm assuming there might be some frustration, anger, sadness, whatever. And you feel that in your heart. That's your heart as your guidance, letting you know this is not in alignment with how Source sees the situation. That thought, this is a family business, is out of alignment. So see, you're not truly out of alignment. You're in alignment with I don't want it anymore. but you're not in alignment with the thought this is a family business. So we need to let that thought go and bring in a different thought. Yes, when in alignment, it flows. We have a choice. So my encouragement to you, soul, because like I said, I don't do predictive stuff. I just look at the energy and the mechanics and dynamics of what's going on. My encouragement to you, soul, is to keep your focus as consistently as you can until you're ready to make a decision, or whatever this is that you're not saying to somebody. Maybe there's a family member that you need to speak with. So until you have made the decision to open the door into the change that you seek, I encourage you to just stay with, I don't want this anymore, but do your best. Don't get locked into that phrase so tightly. Do your best to hold it loosely in your mind while being curious about what it is you do want. Because the other thing about talking to the universe and talking to source is when you say, I don't want this anymore, the universe does not hear the don't. It only hears the topic of what you're talking about. And what you're talking about is the family business. So it's really important to transform and shift this one phrase. And what will happen is as you shift it into a phrase of what you do want, as you gain clarity, your vibration of that is going to raise up. So the peace and the relief are going to turn into contentment. And once you get into contentment, you can find some hope. And when you get a whiff of hope, then you can start to get into joy as you think about it. And this will transform your vibration around the family business to a point at which it's not going to matter whether it's a family business. It's not going to matter about any of the obligations or any of the burden. You're focused on what you truly do want. Right. But you're still, when you say it's not flowing anymore, you're still talking about the family business. That's the topic that the universe hears. But what you're doing is you are in a manifestation opportunity to create something new for yourself, to go in a different direction. And your focus needs to go to that direction. You cannot keep saying, I don't like this car. I want a new car because this car is bad, it has bad fuel economy. I want a new car because I don't like the sound of this engine. I want a new car because I'm tired of how long I've been driving this. I want a new car because I'm constantly needing to fix this old one. What's the topic here? It's not new car. The topic is the old car. Our mind is so focused on what's wrong with the old car that the universe keeps hearing us send off signals to keep the new car. It keeps us in the old car. It's not the keep new car. It keeps us in the old car because the focus, yeah, now you got it. Because the focus of what you're talking about in your mind and to others is the old car. When you say something like, I want a new car because I hate having to keep fixing my old car. That is not about the new car. Why do you want a new car? I hate talking about it as just a car, but it's an easy example and you're getting it. So we're going with it. I want a new car because I love that new car smell. It's so wonderful to have a car that, I have a maintenance plan for, or it's so wonderful to be on warranty. I don't have to worry about it. I can bring it to the dealer and a thing will get fixed and it'll be covered. I want a new car because it's going to feel so freeing to me. It's going to feel so empowering. I'm going to feel excited to drive around in my new car. It's going to be fun. That, when you listen to what I just said there, that is 100% about the new car. And so your vibration matches it because the source hears your desire on an energetic level and creates the new car for you energetically. But the longer you focus on what's wrong with the old car, then they're just sort of like, oh, well, when they're ready, they'll come around to aligning with the new car. Who knows how long it'll take? It doesn't matter. We don't care. We're just going to hold on to this new car here energetically. But when they're ready, they'll get. So, yeah. Is this resonating? You getting that sense? Well, it's not just that, Carrie. It's not just focus on what you do want instead of what you don't want. It's watch your words and your thoughts. And because the mind, as we know, can be very, very powerful and very, very sticky. And when you say something like, Like my example, I can't wait to leave here because I'm sick of being here. Well, what am I talking about? I'm talking about here. I'm talking about here in Rochester. When I say that, that's kept me in Rochester for 12 years. But now what am I saying? I'm so looking forward to going to Utah. I can't wait to see the mountains of Utah. It's going to be neat to meet my buddy for the first time. I've known him for 10 years and we've never met face to face, and I've never met his wife. That's going to be really exciting. I can't wait to live in another energy. I can wait, but I'm excited and looking forward. That's a better way to say it. I'm excited to and looking forward to being in a different astrological energy, much less heck, a different energy in the part of the country, right? And the trick of all of this, my friends, is as you are saying these things, listen to your heart space. Listen to that portal of the divine. Your guidance will tell you by how it feels, exactly as Soul did it. Soul, you did this so brilliantly. I don't want it anymore. Feeling peace and relief, right? Feeling the heaviness from the family. You did that so beautifully. I really, really applaud you and commend you for how well you did that. So, and you have created an opportunity for instruction and guidance for all of us, right? And this is something that will never be perfect at, my friends, but we can always practice and we can always do it because we have power of choice. Awesome. I love this for you. Yay, soul. How do you feel? You're welcome. It is really an honor to be of assistance to you and to be able to talk about. I love helping you guys because I love talking about all these different topics and everything. And I love seeing your breakthroughs. Every single person's had some sort of a breakthrough today. That is so sorry. Exciting times ahead, Soul, PETA says. Yes, exciting times ahead. Oh, and another big piece of this, clarity can take time, my friends. Clarity can take time. So when you aren't exactly sure how to phrase the new statements, like in Soul's example, I don't want it anymore. What you want to do is stay with the feelings. Ask the universe for how you want to feel. Get clear about how you want to feel. I know some people who talk about manifestation say you've got to be really specific. I don't agree with that. There are certain cases in where that might be applicable, right? But in order for the universe to knock your socks off, asking for how you want to feel is so integral to manifestation. Why is that? It's because anytime we're wanting something, Soul wants to be out of the family business, wants to be into something else. Why does Soul want that? It's because how they think it'll make them feel when they get it. So it always comes back to the feeling. So when you ask the universe for, like, this is what I've been doing. I'm searching for a job. I've been struggling personally this last week on a couple different days. Some days the job search goes smoothly and flows and feels great, and other days I feel discouraged and it's challenging and it's just hard and I have to go do something else until I can shift my energy. But what I have to keep, not have to, what I am reminded of as I'm talking with you guys. Bye, Joanne. See you, dear. Take good care. Um, so sorry, I was distracted by saying goodbye. Um, so what I always come back to, or I always need the reminder, and then I come back to it, is the quality of the emotions of how I want to feel about this new job, right? And so I think about how freeing the job is going to be because I get to work from home, and how supportive, financially supportive it's going to be. So I feel so supported and taken care of because of the finances of the job, and it's going to be really flexible in terms of the hours, and that flexibility feels so joyous and so wonderful. It's a huge relief for me to have that level of flexibility, and it's going to be fun. It feels fun to do this job. I want fun. I feel so much fun. It's fun to play and interact with the other coworkers. It's really fun to help the people that I'm going to be helping as clients or customers. So really just staying in how you want that to feel. And what happens when we do that, and we ask the universe to deliver on the feelings, then the universe can knock our socks off beyond our expectations. And it often over delivers, and it brings us something that is just truly fantastic beyond what we could have hoped for. So That was a long one, but that was a really good one, Soul. Thank you so much for being our manifestation guidance example. Yay for you. And I look forward to hearing what occurs as the rest of this unfolds for you. I love celebrating people's wins. All right, my friends, we're almost to an hour and 30 minutes. I'm curious how many we got to do. Well, except for Linda, we had 5. That was good. That was good. All right, my friends. I will be back with you Friday. Please join us Friday, 4 p.m. Eastern. We're doing energy readings. Although if you guys love this smorgasbord format, I might just keep doing that. But we'll do energy readings on Friday night. And it'll be a send-off because a few hours later, I'm going to hop on the train. So come party with me. Come celebrate the launching of myself into the next phase of my life, into this 3-month intermission in Utah. And yeah, let's have some fun. Let's do some readings. We'll get some guidance from our hearts and from beyond. And yes, thank you for joining the buffet. Thanks for the reminder, Carrie. Thank you to everybody who donated today. If you are on an Apple device and you are looking for an alternative way to donate because you don't want Apple to take your 30%, I honor and respect that. Please go to the About page or the About tab on my profile. Scroll all the way down. You'll find the link to my link tree, and I have 2 alternative forms of donating there, which are free from Apple's grasps. Otherwise, I invite you to follow me. You'll get notified of the next lives. I don't have anything scheduled after this weekend because I'm traveling and I have to figure out times. But I promise that I will definitely be doing lives again next week. And yeah, and we'll do Q&A. Ask Greg at how's the beginning of July? I'll try and figure that out and try and schedule that. And it'll just be a hangout where you can ask me anything. Not so much as a guidance question, but just ask about anything. You could ask about meditation. You could ask about my spiritual journey. You could ask about, my gifts. You could ask about, relationships. You can ask about whatever, whatever. Oh, Kimmy, I'm so glad you enjoyed your reading. That's really awesome. Thanks for the buffet. Yeah, we sampled so many things. Thank you, Inga. Thank you for being here today. Yes, Linda, always a pleasure to have you. Yeah, I love having you guys hang out with me. Oh, thank you, Thomas. So good to have you as well. Peace and blessings to all here, Carrie says, and lots of love. Yes, yes, yes. You're welcome, soul. I hope that your heart is feeling freer and that you can take this guidance and empower your choices. Yes. And if there really is somebody you need to speak to, I encourage you to buck up the courage, whatever you need to do that. Yes. Lots of love and light to you all. All right, my friends. I must go and prepare for what is next this evening. I might be selling my bed tonight. Maybe. Anyways, much love and blessings to all of you. I so appreciate each and every one of your presence today. I so appreciate you sharing in this space of love and guidance that we create together. I honor you and I appreciate you. And I'll see you on Friday. All right. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.